Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you a breakdown of 11 different strategies that Founder Magazine is using on Instagram that got them 3.3 million followers. The first thing they do is they post 10 to 11 times per day. If you go to Founder Magazine and you look at the post times of their different posts on Instagram, you'll usually notice that they post every few hours multiple times per day. So you're talking usually every couple of hours for each one of their posts, whereas a lot of people, even past marketers, have said you shouldn't post more than once or twice a day on Instagram. They are actually, doing it way more than what most people recommend. And it may be a big part of their success that they actually have more content than most of their competitors, and they also don't have a negative effect on their quality, even though they are posting more and more quantity. So one thing you might experiment with is posting every 2 hours or so over a 24-hour span, as long as you can maintain high quality posts. The next thing they do very well is posting quotes. So of course, one thing that they do very well, and you don't even know who owns Founder Magazine. I still don't even know who owns Founder Magazine. And you can do this without having to be the star of your Instagram page. So, sometimes you'll see clips from interviews and things like that, but that's the only time you really see people in their posts. The rest of the time, it's mostly just quotes. Anybody can make quotes. It doesn't matter what you look like. You never have to be on camera. You never have to speak. But you can make these posts that get thousands of likes and hundreds of comments for each one, and then you literally can just build your own database of quotes. That's pretty much how Founder built their success on Instagram. So that's another thing that they do. They curate some of the best quotes, they make them look nice, and they make sure that, of course, they are related to what the audience that they attract is looking for. Next, they use Canva templates. So one thing that you may notice if you read an article literally on the founder.com website is they have a few expert tips on how to get more followers on Instagram. Obviously, they know what they're talking about. So one of the main things that they show on here is Canva templates. So they use these templates that make these really nice high quality images for Instagram that are already optimized for the proper pixel size and width and height of what is optimal for Instagram feeds. And then they can just change a few colors around, change a background image or two, and create these really nice visuals, either for free, or you can of course upgrade to the $10 or so per month premium membership with Canva. But you'll notice that they are using these templates on a lot of their strategies as you go through this article. So what you could do is go to Canva and create a free account. You can do that right up there at the top right under sign up. And then you can look at templates, and templates will have all sorts of things available, and you can just go to social media and then do Instagram posts. You can do Instagram stories, however you want to do it. So you can go and just create things that are already optimized for the proper size of an Instagram post, and then just start customizing it. So once you click on an Instagram template design, then you can actually scroll through the templates. You can even use the search bar to see what you might want to do. So you see one that's about like food. You see some that are about sales. If you have like a t-shirt company, you have some for even people who are celebrating a birthday or whatever. You have photography related stuff. You have marketing related stuff. You have all sorts of different types of templates you can use. I actually created one using this one time when I was doing a little infographic on Instagram, because it was a big kind of announcement that Instagram was going to start doing direct monetization. So if you go to my Instagram profile, you can see the post that uses this exact template. But it's just a great way for, if you don't have graphic design skills, you can create really nice images for Instagram just using Canva. Next, they use their bio to collect emails. So if you go to Founder Magazine's Instagram page, they always have some sort of link. And it's not just a link to their website or something like that. It's a link to some sort of page that will get some sort of information from you. Usually it will sell some kind of free ebook or some kind of free webinar or something that's going to teach you something for free, and in exchange you give them your email. So they build this email list, and of course email marketing is known as one of the best return on investments that you can do in all of marketing. So just come up with some sort of thing where you can do that. And if you need an all-in-one system that allows you to create these landing pages and these systems like that you can link directly to and start collecting emails, you can use ClickFunnels. This is one of the most popular system builders for people trying to collect emails and sell whatever it is they're selling. And here's another example of one I clicked on the other day, and it's, there's always some sort of free training or free something that their audience would definitely like, but when you click show me how or something, you'll usually have to put in some sort of email and your name or something like that so that they can collect information and either sell more stuff to you later on or just promote their content to you via email. Another thing you can do that you can take from Founder Magazine is use video quote clips. So you don't even necessarily have to make your own videos to use on Instagram. You can actually make clips, very small, very short clips, maybe like a quote that you saw in an interview of somebody who maybe speaks on a subject that's related to what your audience is interested in. So obviously their audience is interested in entrepreneurship and success and things like that. So they'll have people, they'll have clips from all sorts of entrepreneurs on here, people that have wrote best-selling books on business, and they'll post these clips on here so that it just kind of changes things up. So it's not just nothing but quotes and images, but you have an actual video clip thrown in here every once in a while from someone like Gary Vaynerchuk or maybe Tony Robbins or someone who knows a lot about business that people might recognize, that might get some ideas from. So just another thing you can do. And you can use a 4K download software for YouTube videos. Obviously you want to be careful with this type of thing. You don't want to just download their full video and then just repost that. You want to kind of make it original, but you also can use this in a way where I've seen a lot of people make compilations with these types of clips and even just post very short pieces of long interviews that maybe just get a popular quote that might really resonate with an Instagram audience. So look at some of the clips that you might find on here or from your other favorite Instagram profiles, and maybe you can download some videos from YouTube, put them in a video editor, take a short quote from one of these interviews or something like that, and then use it on Instagram as a kind of change of pace piece of content. Another thing you can do is do more of what works best. Obviously, Founder Magazine is very good at just keeping things simple and sticking with what works. They built this profile mainly through doing quotes, and that's still what they're doing today, and they have 3.3 million followers because of it. People will follow you because of what you're doing well, and if you stop doing what you're doing well, then people will unfollow you, they'll lose interest. You need to stick to what's working, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. So you are going to start getting known for something when you start getting thousands of followers, and it's your job to keep those followers around by giving them what they subscribe for. So that's what they've done really well. They've stuck to their signature type of content, which is high quality business quotes. Another thing you can do is post infographics. So this is another type of content I've seen, especially like educational type of Instagram accounts do, and they will post either like some sort of list or some sort of advice or something like that. Maybe they'll do some interesting statistics that came out about Instagram or whatever, and they'll put it in like an infographic form. So a lot of times you think of an infographic, you might think of those long skinny ones that teach you how to do a DIY project or show you how to do something, and you'd see it on Reddit, you might see it on Pinterest. But Instagram's actually a great place to post these as well. You just need to make sure that the aspect ratios are good for Instagram. And again, when you use Canva, they have the ratios all figured out for you. So when you hover over an Instagram post, right there, 1080 by 1080 pixels. Or if you look at Instagram story, 1080 by 1920 pixels. So you can literally just narrow it down to which platform you want to post on, and then they will automatically optimize the size of it for you. And then when you start creating it, you can use a template that makes it very easy. And then you just change up the information, maybe change the colors around a little bit, and then it makes it where you can create these high quality infographics that kind of give you another type of content you can do without having to, post a picture of yourself or be on camera. Number 8, give a call to action or ask a question in the description. So another thing you'll notice that Founder Magazine does really well is they actually get people to comment on these images. So they will get more and more engagement on their post by asking a question like this one where they say just thoughts, ? Very simple. And then they'll have tag a colleague is another popular one they like to use here, or they'll say like tag someone who needs to hear this, tag a friend who needs to hear this. You'll see it right here. So those are a few of their go-to comments kind of in the description of these posts that can help improve your engagement instead of just describing what the post is or something like that. So you have the quote, you have these images that do really well with their audience, and then they get even more engagement by telling people to engage or by asking them what they think. And then it can a lot of times lead to more comments and more traction for each individual post and just getting more out of each individual post. Here's another one that they say, do you agree? Very simple. When you're posting something like a quote, that's a very easy thing to say. Just, tag someone that needs to hear this. Do you agree? What are your thoughts? That type of thing. Another thing you can do is collaborations and user-generated posts. So for instance, when you scroll through their feed, a lot of times you will find posts from people you may not have even heard of. You might find, little clips or interviews with people who might be small business owners. Maybe they're not super famous yet. And these types of things can add up over time. You might even see them use a tweet from somebody who, a lot of people will probably know who some of these people are, but most people won't. They're not necessarily big in like pop culture, or they're not actors, they're not billionaires or anything like that. But a lot of times people will literally give you content to post if it helps both of you out. And they will have collaborations where you basically have people sending you stuff, giving you permission to use their quote or their comment, and then it also gives them traction as well by posting it in front of your audience. So not only do you get free content a lot of times by posting quotes or images of other people that have a related audience to yours, but it's a great way to also help others as well and build relationships with similar channels. So one way to get this done is to have a media kit. So you can have a link to your website, or just have people go there and have what you call a media kit, which is basically a place where you can post your information about how to be contacted, a company profile, bios, company history and mission, things like that. They have media kit examples and templates that you can use on Canva as well. You can start designing one right here. And a lot of companies, even a lot of influencers, they'll have a page that looks something like this, where it will have, how many followers they have, what is the average engagement per Instagram post, or average comments, average likes, what their demographic is as far as who tends to follow them, those types of things. And then you'll have some sort of contact email or a contact form where people can send you something, or you can collaborate on some sort of deal where you help each other out, or you can even have people pay you. So I've noticed a lot of posts on Founder Magazine where they don't have necessarily the most popular entrepreneurs in the world sometimes, but they'll have like small business owners that probably have some sort of collaboration type agreement with them. Number 10, you can do list posts. So this is another thing you can do if you don't want to post pictures of yourself or things you're doing all the time on your Instagram page. Another type of content you can do without being on camera is a list post, kind of similar to like an infographic, except it's more like, the top 10 of this or the top 5 of that or something like that, instead of an infographic, which usually teaches something like step by step or has some sort of statistics or something like that. So for instance, one great example of this that Founder did is entrepreneur movies. They know that their audience is pretty much primarily people who are entrepreneurs or want to be entrepreneurs, and so they have a lot of the best movies about entrepreneurs that people can watch that are popular. And this has gotten 21,000 plus likes. So a typical post on here will usually get, maybe 5 to 10,000 likes. And then they did this post right here, which got 21,000. That's over double what they typically get. It's about triple, actually. So a list post can go very well, especially when you relate it to something most people like, which is movies or TV shows or books or something like that. Here's another example, 4 simple rules. So just a few daily habit ideas that you could mention to people. Another one that got more than the average amount of likes that they typically get, just under 11,000 likes, when again, usually a typical quote or post that they usually do might get, between 5 and 10,000 likes. So as far as just another type of content you can do, use Canva, create a template, and use list posts as well. And last but not least, you want to brand your post so people always know where the content is coming from. It can also help protect your content from being, reused somewhere else by someone who may just want to copy you. So there are multiple reasons to brand your post, not only for brand recognition and for marketing purposes, but for a way to make sure that people know who the original creator of the content is and to discourage people from copying you. So you'll notice that Founder's logo is pretty much at the bottom of every one of their quotes. Obviously on video clips it's a little different sometimes, but 99% of the time they have their logo at the bottom of their post. So hopefully this was helpful. These are 11 of the strategies I noticed that Founder used to create 3.3 million followers on Instagram without ever having to be on camera. Whoever created this brand, you never even have to see their face. So maybe you can get some ideas from this. If you like this, don't forget to subscribe for more marketing strategy videos like this one, and I'll see you in the next video.